there's not a whole lot of money in the Marshall Diary wardrobe budget.
we cut that a long time ago.
So yeah, you're getting the same thing. What's up, boys?
Hey,
how you guys doing?
Good. How? I got a what's up out of Ryan or out of Smith, and I didn't get anything out of you.
Present. I am here.
Well, here we are. We're back.
Is another year for a PGA championship. This time we're moving over to the LPGA championship. Can you believe that?
It's officially the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. You know, of course, they're representing the LPGA Tour, but don't mess that one up again.
Aaron, I did screw that up last time.
Women's,
and we're packing our bags this year.
We are packing our bags. All right, look, and by the way, for all of our listeners out there, we are on a new format, and I feel like I'm being judged right now by Smith, who presented this new format for us. We're gonna keep this thing tight, and we're gonna take you on a run up to and ready for the Women's PGA Championship in June. And guys, how the heck did this come together? What is going on?
Man, I know.
You know what? I gotta give a tip of the cap to Brandon Haney for being kind of the linchpin to be able to get us in on this. You know, I mean, he, with his promotion within the PGA, taking over all championships, he was so willing to have us on there. If you go back and listen to one of our other 9-hour podcasts that we put together, probably about hour 4 is when we wore him down enough to invite us to the LPGA championship.
Well, hey, look, we also are building off of, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but Senior PGA ending here in Southwest Michigan, right? So we're looking for another spot to go to take our marshaling services.
Yeah, that's right. So I mean, that was pretty cool having Brandon on, and he's like, let's do this and take it on the road. Brandon, of course, our guy here for the Senior PGA Championship for several years, moved down to Frisco to the PGA headquarters in his new role. I think he's director of operations, right, for all of PGA. And so yeah, he's down there and he's invited us down. And hopefully he doesn't regret it. And we can bring the Marshall Diaries to the Women's PGA and have a lot of fun with it. So who's all going? Is it just the three of us schmucks?
No, we've got Brian Conway, aka Coondog. We've got Matt Meyer, also a former rookie Marshall, who did a fantastic job, was invited back. We've got
aka Maddie,
his son Tyler Meyer, who again, younger rookie, very good, and my son Nolan. And who am I missing?
I think that's it. And then the three of us.
Well, you're missing an important part of this, though.
The ladies. The ladies are coming with us.
That's right.
The ladies are coming.
Marshallettes.
The Marshallettes.
Let's not call them that. I feel like we're gonna get beat up if we call them the Marshallettes.
the Marshall Wives.
Marshall Wives. There you go. Wow, it's its own series in itself.
Yeah, it sounds like its own series. Exactly. Maybe we can get a couple feature Marshall Wives on the podcast with us.
Yeah. You know, it took a little convincing, I'll be honest, to get Angie on board. I don't know if you recall, but we're texting back and forth, and she was a little stressed about it, and so we had to take her off the text for a minute and give her a minute to process all that was happening. But boy, we reeled her in perfect. She's in, ready to go.
Well, look, it's a big step. Let's reflect. We were right out the Marshall shack, right out our back door, right to the course for all the many years of marshaling we did for the Senior PGA. Now we're heading across the country on this little event. So, I mean, it's a big step.
It is a big step. I know. So you were saying all these many years. By the way, we're almost to 10 years. So because of 2016, even though we've been marshaling, and I know Aaron for sure before that, 2016 is when the Marshall Diaries originated. So we're on year 9. That's when the first text message came.
Oh man.
With, Smith sending the picture of the tall grass pulling.
Yeah.
Working hard here on the, I think it was a Wednesday. It might
Oh,
even
the
been
practice round or something, or the pro-am, something like that. Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
That was fun. So we're heading to Texas, guys, in
Yeah.
June. In June.
Yeah, no doubt. So so let's go back a step. So first it's, talking with Brandon, the invite to come down, bring the crew and do some marshaling. Then we said, hey, let's make this a couples thing. We got the wives involved. And you start realizing, to your point, Smith, it's June. So it's going to be really hot. So we're like, okay, we got to get a place that's got a big Mac Daddy pool.
Oh yeah.
Right? So we can, after slaving all day, and I'm sure, the wives will keep an eye on the house. We'll get good use of that pool one way or another.
Oh yeah. Looking forward to it. So we've got a big house, right? Where are we at again? Because John, I know you did a lot of recon and looked all around. Well, first of all, we're in Texas. Where are we at in Texas? It's
so the
Frisco.
championship is in Frisco.
Yeah.
And it's so north of Dallas. And if you remember, I know we talked about it in one of the podcasts before, but the PGA Championship headquarters there, the Fields Ranch courses, there's an east and a west, I believe it is. I don't know if it's north, but I think it's west. But the Fields Ranch East was just opened in 2022. No, 2021, sometime just a couple years ago. Might have been 2023. Because I remember when got to go down there and play in the Pro-Am that year, right? And they had just opened it for the senior PGA then. But no, it's an amazing property, amazing facility. That's awesome. And then when we were looking for houses that were big enough for, with 12 of us, there was a couple different options. We landed in Plano. So another really nice area. So like if you look at the map, you got like downtown Dallas, you go north of that, you got Plano, you go a little bit north of that, and you got Frisco.
Nice.
So all the, I'm sure this will get spread around the network, and all the viewers will pass it around. People in Plano are going to go running for the exits. They hear the Marshall Diaries are coming into town. They're all going to pack up and head out for the week.
Yeah. Well, a little foreshadowing too. I mean, be ready for an upcoming session, because or one of our upcoming podcasts, we may spend a little time looking at some Plano options, food,
things to do,
community. So we'll check that out.
So here's the course, Fields Ranch, the whole complex and everything. If we zoom out, we'll be right down in this area. So we're just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Zoom out a little bit more. So you see that course on the north side of Frisco.
Yeah.
Type in Plano. Oh, there's Plano. You can see it right there.
Yeah, right here.
So we're close.
Yeah.
15 minutes from the remote Marshall Shack to the course.
Yeah.
Easy drive.
Speaking of that, so we got the house, we got the logistics. We're going for the week, right, guys? We're going like Monday to the following Monday. We're going to be there. Everybody's got their flights booked, ready to go. No turning back now, right?
Man, no turning back. I know.
This will be good. Just having so Nolan and Tyler both being recent college grads, and they got their jobs all lined up. They're going to be ready to tear it up down there. It'll be fun to have those guys on with us, and then the wives with us, be able to go out, have some good dinners at night. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
It'll be interesting not having the Marshall Shack, right? And the Marshall Shack was such an integral part of the many years of our marshaling experience. So it's going to be a little different being on the road, being right there in the background, right? Not having that, 2-minute walk back to the Marshall Shack. So it's going to be a blast and a ton of fun. But anyway, a lot of preparation. I know we're going to get into some of that stuff coming up in some episodes, but some cool things going on.
You bring up a good point. We got to get prepared for what it's like to arrive to the course by car. We're used to walking across the street. I mean, we're gonna have to figure this out. We're like, do they have people that park our cars for us? I mean, we are the marshals. We are the Marshall Diaries. Hopefully, we have our own parking space there, kind of like the players.
Maybe we can do like we used to and just roll up in a golf cart with a fake logo on it and see how that gets us through.
I know a guy down in Dallas area. I'll reach out, give him a call, see what I can come up with. So
we do. I am thinking though we have to bring a couple elements of the Marshall Shack with us. So I'm wondering we might have to get a banner made still, and I'll see if the property owner minds if I have it shipped there, which would be cool because then we can at least have it up like in the backyard by the pool and stuff. It's like having your flag. You got to have your flag with you. So,
yeah, ship it to Brandon's house. Maybe he won't mind.
Oh yeah, ship it to Brandon's house. That's a good point.
I'm sure he would love to have us at his house.
Oh
yeah. No, he'll just hand it off to us. I'm sure when we see him at the course, we'll get up there early in the week, Monday or Tuesday. But we will have to have Brandon and some of the crew over to the remote. What do we got to call it? It's like the destination Marshall Shack to the Plano Marshall Shack.
Yeah, the VRB Shack. I don't even know. Something.
The Airbnb Shack.
Marshall Shack South.
There you go.
So speaking of some of that crew, so of course we'll see if Brandon wants to swing by, or whatnot. But as you guys see in the emails, we're getting introduced to a whole new staff. So we've got Rachel, who is the director of volunteer operations. So I've already been in touch with her. She seems great. She's been really good sharing some information with us. She passed along some contact info for a Ronnie Joe, who we haven't talked to yet, or Anna McKenzie. So McKenzie actually reached out by email. She's already helping out the Marshall Diaries. She gave us the names and contact info of our captains. And speaking of our captains, why don't you guys share, like, what hole are we going to be on? Right, because we've been hole 9 at Harbor Shores for 8 years. What's our destination down at Fields Ranch East?
Yeah,
well, we're going to be on hole 6, which is going to be a totally different experience. I think it's going to set up as a par 4 for this tournament. It looks like a great spot to be. We're kind of right in the middle of the front 9. We're going to be able to see a lot of the early action, as well as on the final day, see the last group come through and see where they stand. So I think it'll be a fun experience on 6, totally different than 9, where we had the long par 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hey, look, a little lead in next week for all of our listeners. Tune in. We're going to go deep on hole 6, and we'll make sure we really give you guys a good overview and get you guys prepped on what hole 6 is all about. So stay tuned for that.
So okay, speaking of stay tuned, Smeef, I mentioned a little bit of some new format for this. We're going to wrap things up here in a couple minutes. But what do all of our listeners have in store over the next couple months? You put together a great set of programming. What can they expect? Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, really, this is our road to Frisco, right? That's what this is all about, right? Inside the ropes, road to Frisco. So we're super pumped about that. Look, we're some cool things. We're going to talk about hole 6. We're going to talk about the course. We're going to talk about the PGA experience, right? So that'll be fun to get back into some of that stuff. I mean, we are volunteers at the end of the day, right? So I think even talking a little bit about the volunteer experience might be fun. We definitely want to spotlight Frisco and some of the other areas around Dallas and food and community and some of the other cool things. Our wives are going to be there with us, so we're probably going to have some great dinners and some nights out on the town. So it'll be fun spotlighting a few of those for you guys as well and checking that out. And I mean, look, the LPGA. We want to talk a little bit about what's coming up with the event, who's going to be the hot folks to watch. And we'd love to get a couple interviews in if we can as well. So I think we've got a little work to do on getting something lined up there. Yep. Well, that's awesome. And then we're going to get the social going again.
We got
We
to
don't
get
have much material to work with right now.
we
But
got to
we
get
got to get some
stuff going.
teasers out there, right?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do.
Well, we need to.
Yeah.
We need
Oh,
to.
we need to. Yes, to get the Instagram and the TikTok going, and yeah, the of course load everything up through the Marshall Diaries YouTube channel.
It maybe just to like lock it in as to why we're doing all this. I mean, we discovered several years ago how much fun it is to volunteer for the PGA, and just how much fun you can have as a group, and how important it is for the PGA to have these volunteers. And so, I mean, this is something that we just started doing, and then all of a sudden we had all this crazy content because of the fun that we were having and all the goofy stuff, and we're like, man, we got to share this with other people. And so I think it's important just for us to, share with all of our fans. It's like, hey, go and volunteer for a PGA event. It's a lot of fun, and you'll have a great time. You'll do something good for the community that they're having the event in, and it's very needed. So
I agree. Aaron, I agree.
Having a great time, like you said, discovered how much fun it is, and it truly has turned into a celebration of volunteering and a celebration of the championship, and having a ton of fun along the way. So let's do it. Let's strap in, get ready for the what'd you call it, Smith? The road to Frisco.
Road to Frisco. Yep.
Road to Frisco, Inside the Ropes, Road to Frisco, episode 1. Here now. Don't forget, we'll be back, I think, every week over the next 8 weeks leading up to our flight to Frisco. All right, guys.
All right, boys. Good seeing you.
Sounds good.
Have a great evening.
See you guys.
All right. See ya.
Good one, Johnny. Good one, Aaron. Next.